What's up, y'all? It's your Kymmy Coco, your host of Connecting the Dots podcast, and we have a special guest today. First, how's everybody's weekend been?
Pretty good. Pretty
Wonderful.
We're going to talk about basketball today. Everybody, specifically women's basketball, and we have a special guest today, Kymberlee King. Welcome, Kymberlee.
Thank you.
Welcome. So, tell us about the team, the league, and then we'll get into some questions about some current events and how you think things are going to go, and also the event you guys are going to have.
Yes.
So just give us a little background about who you are and what you represent.
So I am, of course, Kymberlee King. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a woman of many talents. I come from a basketball background. Well, I come from an athletic background, but basketball was my main sport. Unfortunately, my dad didn't like me playing other stuff. I just snuck and did it anyways. But I created the Atlanta Phoenix. I literally was sitting in bed one night, and I decided I wanted to get back in basketball. Part of my journey that I'm on is healing and restoring who I am. And basketball was always something to give me peace. So actually, I was looking to see if women my age actually are still playing. And somehow I ended up actually buying a team. I don't know how it just derailed like that, but I just followed the direction and went with it. So my girls are all girls that we're part of the WABA, which is a sister league to the WNBA. We have girls that have come from overseas. We have girls that are trying to get overseas or get into the WNBA or even go back to the overseas. But these are girls that are mothers, entrepreneurs. They've just gotten out of college. But we're the bridge to keep them playing until other opportunities arise for them.
Oh, nice. So what age specifically do you think that the WABA targets?
We're 18 and over. We prefer more coming out of college. However, we do get girls that just actually don't go to college for whatever reason. So we keep that door open for them.
Nice. So you tell me about you. You used to play basketball in college.
Yes.
When did you start playing basketball?
I actually started playing, I think, maybe around 10.
Nice.
Yeah, again, I just come from an athletic family, so it's unheard of if you don't play a sport, you're going to do something. So I started, and I think when I first started, my dad realized what my skills were, and he just went full-fledged with it. I played high school, and then again on into college, UGA. I did not finish at UGA because I actually got pregnant and I chose to be a mother first.
Right.
And then I would play little rec ball here and there, but I actually ended up going into coaching. So
nice. I love basketball. Growing up, that was a big thing for us too. So the Atlanta Phoenix is the team that you purchased. Mm-hmm. So tell us about the Atlanta Phoenix. How long has the Atlanta Phoenix been around?
This is our first year.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
This is our first year. I literally formed the team in December. We didn't start having tryouts until February. So
nice. So how did you pitch it? How did you get people to try out for it? Did you just put ads out or?
I did put ads out, and then of course because again I'm connected, in the different
right.
Because I played, and then of course my kids are athletes as well. It helped generate, new players coming in and so forth. So
do you have to do scouting? Do you have to go out to the schools and try
yes.
to? Wow.
I know.
Yes.
I'm like, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's like she like a GM for real. Like she
right.
runs the team.
Yes.
So where do you play? Where do the ladies play?
So we'll play at Lenore Church Park in Snellville. And our opening game is actually our opening game is July 24th, but our first home game is July 31st. Okay. So
in Snellville.
Yes.
You guys hear that? In Snellville? That's amazing. So what do you think the new ruling that the athletes can make money in college, do you think that'll have anything, it'll impact the WABA at all?
I think in a good way if you're in college and you're going to the NBA, I think it'll help them be able to negotiate their contract a little bit better.
Right.
I came up in the era where, everything was kind of slid under the table anyways. If they wanted you bad enough, they was going to do what they had to do. And they slid that up under the table. So I think them bringing it to the forefront because they was doing it anyways, and it was a plus. I think it's actually going to be a good thing. So.
Yeah, and I think especially for where women's basketball is right now, I feel like women's basketball is. We were talking about this before the show. It's kind of come to the forefront.
Yeah.
I think when we were coming up, a lot of women laid the groundwork to put the game where it is now.
Yeah.
And like I've always been one. Like I haven't always watched women's basketball, but over the last few years, I really started to take notice. So I'm hoping with the name, image, and likeness rule that even a league like you guys can, that opens up a whole nother lane to make money for you guys,
Exactly.
Sponsorships.
Yes.
So I definitely hope you guys can find a way to take advantage of that also, and
Definitely.
Especially with you guys being a bridge to so many women that love basketball and are still trying to enjoy the game and get to different levels or enjoy it in their way. I think it's pretty dope. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have in store.
So how many teams are in this league?
So we have about 35 teams, I believe. And we're nationwide. Most of us are on the South or in the East Coast, but we're nationwide. And I think we have one that's in the DR.
Oh, wow.
This the same league that what Master P had a team in?
I do not remember Master P having a league in our league.
Because I know he was a part of like they were starting a women's basketball team. I think he was part owner of the team in New Orleans.
It's possible. But I know I had just found out he's actually going to be coaching again. And I literally just remembered that he actually played in the NBA when they brought that back up.
Yeah,
so it's definitely possible. He's a man that keeps his hands in everything.
Yeah.
So
I can't wait. I look forward to it. So tell us about the event that's going on in July.
So we're having, because it's our first game, we want to make it big. But because I'm also big with community, big on helping others, we're making it huge by doing our backpack giveaway. So this year our goal is to give away 300 backpacks while we're at our game. It's going to happen before halftime and after. And then we're also opening the door to new and rising talent as well. So we'll have a lot of artists out there as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So where's this event going to be at?
At the Lenore Church Park.
Oh,
at the gym.
the same day as the first game?
Yes, ma'am. We're doing it all at one time.
Wow.
All right, so it's gonna be a nice event. Okay.
Yes. We've got some key people coming out. So
how do you get tickets to this game?
So you can go online to Eventbrite to purchase tickets. You can also actually go on our Facebook page or IG and click on the link as well. It'll take you to the ticketing site too.
Nice.
Yes.
This is really exciting.
And what page is that again?
I'm sorry. It's ATL Phoenix Ball.
ATL Phoenix Ball.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All one word.
All one word, and it's
Okay.
the same thing across all social media.
Okay.
And it's also on our website, which is the same ATL Phoenix Ball.
Okay.
So with this being like you said it's the first year, right?
Yes.
How did you go about as the GM of the Phoenix team, how did you go about picking your players for this, how did you scout your players for this upcoming season?
So that was really difficult, but we spent a lot of time going through open gyms. We went to a lot of games, a lot of tournaments, and that's basically how we put the word out. You had some colleges that were still playing, so we was able to come in on the back end of that. And then a lot of, like I said, just open gyms, catching girls that are running and so forth. So.
And how long was the season?
Our season is about 2 months. July to the end of September is our regular games, and then October is our tournament season. And that's just for that month.
Okay.
So.
And is this something that you feel like you, I guess in the future you want to kind of, compete with the WNBA? Is that something in your plans that you're looking to do?
I actually would love to. I actually would love to. Like I said, when I don't know how I ended up from wanting to play to actually owning a team, but I'm definitely following the direction. And one thing I've learned is when you just step out in faith, everything kind of just falls in line. And through that, I kind of just learned my purpose.
So this is definitely something that you didn't anticipate happening, but what started you on this journey of finding yourself and doing something that you ended up loving to do? So you wanted to play, you said.
I wanted to play. So a couple years ago, I went through a really, really, really rough patch in my life. I lost my daughter, and then a couple months later, I was divorced. And then a few months later, I started losing everything after that. And in the process of all that, I was having a lot of mental breakdowns. I had some suicide attempts. So it took a lot from me. It wasn't until one day I was sitting outside and my son just walked up and said, well, Ma, it could be worse. And I don't know why it clicked that day, and it finally clicked, but that was the day where it was like an awakening. And so anything that I did from that point forward, it was to get me peace. And like I said, I knew basketball, that being on the court was always my peace. I just was always a different person. So, and that's why I said, let me go back into that, so.
Wow, that's amazing. God bless you. Sorry for that
Thank
loss,
you.
but look how much when sometimes it takes that to get back to yourself and to really look at what you love. And this is really going to be a cool thing. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
So who do you think your team's biggest rivals are going to be? Do you see any teams out there that have some just like great players that you know of yet, or do we have to wait and see?
So locally, our biggest challenge is probably going to be the Atlanta Angels. They've been established a couple years in the league. Everybody speaks of the Atlanta Angels. Everybody wants a time with them. And so I know that's going to be my most immediate battle locally. As far as other teams, I don't know.
We just have to see.
Yeah, but I'm one that loves challenges. So
Yes. So if people want to watch the games, are you going to stream them online? Are they going to be on the website?
They are actually going to be on Zingo TV. I do not remember my channel. It's either 221 or 222.
Oh, so Zingo. Is anybody familiar with that? Have you guys heard of that?
I've actually heard of it. I've never used it before, but like it is, streaming platform, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like.
Oh, nice.
And I feel like lots of people are starting to take advantage of like platforms like that, because you realize like you don't necessarily have to go through a major corporation. Like you can really just let people watch your stuff yourself, and
Yep.
Who are some of the people that are sponsoring you guys?
So we have a sponsorship with Adidas right now.
Nice.
Erica Wheeler put that in motion for us.
Nice.
So that was our first huge big blessing. Then so who do we have? We have Adidas. We have Mega Leads, which is another huge one. And then we partnered with Wilson as well.
Okay.
Nice.
So, but Wilson is more so league. Adidas is just our personal own, but through the league we're through Wilson.
Got
So.
it.
Right. Yeah, there's a WABA website, Atlanta Phoenix website out there. It has some information. I'm checking it out right now.
Yeah.
So who are the coaches? Who do you guys have as coach? Are you coaching?
I actually am coaching.
Wow.
Yeah. That wasn't my original plan to coach. My original plan was just to actually own the team. However, I realized that I can't just sit back and be quiet. I think it's just in nature for me to coach, so I've ended up going back into coaching.
Wow.
Got a
Through
little
that,
Pat Riley action going on over here.
yeah, so
Owner and the coach.
yes, doing it all. So, and then in the process, my son decided he likes coaching, so it's new for him. He's actually taken an interest in it, and he's doing more. And then we have Coach Lee, Coach Bruce, and Coach JB. So.
Got a nice little staff going to round it out. Okay.
Exactly.
I see what y'all
it takes a
doing.
village,
Yeah.
so.
Okay. Man, I'm excited, man. I'm like, what day's the first game again? I'm putting this in my calendar. I'm going to give me some tickets. Like I'm like, who that crazy man on the sideline doing all this chin and talking noise? Like, hey.
Listen, everybody is so excited. Our first game is July 21st, but we're playing Columbus.
Yeah.
And then our first home game is in Snellville.
That's what I'm coming to. I'm coming to the
July
Snellville.
31st.
Okay, July 31st. I got you.
Yes, and all of our games are always at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
So 6 o'clock on Saturdays.
Saturdays. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's only for a couple of months, you said, right?
Yes.
So on Saturdays, 6 o'clock, Snellville.
Yes, ma'am.
That is amazing.
Okay.
So we need to reach out to some of the schools in Snellville and get them involved and let them know what's going on, and maybe bring some of the children out there.
Yes, please.
About to say, the goal is to give away 300 backpacks. So
Exactly.
they're not only gonna put on some good basketball. They're gonna give back to the community. So
Exactly.
let's
So
spread
this
the word.
is
Make
for
sure.
back to school backpacks. They have school stuff in them.
Yes, ma'am. They come with supplies.
I'm so disconnected from like school age children. I'm like, do they still use pens and paper? I don't even know.
Listen, my baby graduated last year. She graduated through the pandemic, and I remember the school system. You know, they at one point they would call me repetitiously because I had 3 in the system. So I think like the week after she graduated, they called me and they texted me, and I sent the text back like, my child is no longer part of your system. I was so
Right.
happy.
Yes.
Ain't no more
So-
supplies.
Exactly. But look, I'm back in it. So
So okay, you're gonna give the 300 backpacks out to children from around that area.
yes,
Okay, so yeah, that's definitely something everybody should look out for.
yes,
That's going to be fun, and they're gonna have entertainment,
yes.
and it's gonna be a nice summer day. So that's something that everybody should look out for. I'm excited for the Atlanta Phoenix. There's a lot of local teams that play. I think 2 Chainz owns a team. Is that a basketball team? Do you guys know?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is exciting. So what else do you think that you want people to know about the WABA and your team specifically?
Being that it's our first year, I definitely wouldn't underestimate us. I definitely wouldn't underestimate us. You know, when it's your first year, a lot of people are, you know, you're putting a lot of different attitudes together. You're building camaraderie amongst everybody, and you're just trying to solidify everything. However, even though we've had little hiccups, we're like a little family. So I definitely don't think we should be underestimated. So
How many people are on these teams?
so my team has 18 total. We have 13 that is actually on the squad, and then the rest is on our practice squad. But to me, we're all a team, so
Yeah.
I say 18.
Yes. Yeah, I would love to just look. I'm looking to see if I can find a picture of the team or the ladies or something like that. But
So that'll be actually on our either on our website or on our IG page.
I see. And okay, good. What's your IG page in case people want to follow it?
It is ATL Phoenix Ball, all one word.
I'm looking. I see it. Erica Wheeler.
Yes. She actually came and spoke to our girls about a couple months ago, and she has the most amazing energy and personality.
Yeah.
Like, and she's from Miami, so she's rough around the edges, but you can still tell everything is so genuine. And then when you learn her actual story, it relates to so many because it speaks volumes to, like you were saying, women. We were always so underrated when it comes to sports, and she was one of those. She played in college at Baylor, played overseas, didn't like it because they weren't doing good with her contract terms, came back, and I want to say she sat out for like 3 years or something to that effect, and then went to the WNBA. So you have a lot of women that do that.
Like,
Yeah.
got game. You know?
Exactly. So, you know, her story just shows you the difference between, you know, men go through college and then straight to the NBA. Women, we have to fight a lot harder.
Had to figure it out.
Yeah,
And, you know, make the right moves to even have a chance to, you know,
Exactly.
get on certain levels. Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
So,
I think men are starting to pay more attention to women's sports.
yeah.
I noticed that LeBron and Chris Paul, they're always shouting out women in the WNBA and that play basketball. And also, I think when Kobe Bryant got so involved in his daughter's basketball career,
Yeah.
that kind of woke people up to that whole thing. So I think it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to seeing it. So you kind of say I'm a young girl, I'm playing basketball, I'm in high school, I really don't think I'm going to make it into, you know, get a scholarship or anything like that. Would I qualify to try out for your team?
You would. And that, I specifically went after certain ones that people underestimated for a reason. You can pull talent out of anybody. Everybody thinks that they're supposed to have this, that, and the third automatically when you look at them.
Yeah.
And you don't realize sometimes some things have to be groomed, some things have to be polished. So I intentionally went after girls that I seen I could actually build and grow only because those were the ones that was picked over all the time. So.
And ideally, I always tell people I like the idea of you guys leagues for the simple fact that like it does give those people who are overlooked or like you know what I'm saying maybe don't have a good a shot as somebody else right off the real time to be groomed and to. And I always tell people when you have people that are groomed and they're like prepared, like those are the ones that go on to really like be great because you know it took that extra polish, you know what I'm saying, to really teach them the game and they understand it. So, like once again, just excitement. Like it's you know.
So we've heard recently a lot about women athletes that are dealing with their mental health, and you spoke earlier about your mental health struggles yourself. Do you guys provide that backup for the people on the team, or do you feel like your camaraderie and your sisterhood kind of is like a support system?
No, we provide it.
Oh, that's
great. To me, obviously, mental health is a huge factor. And for one, in the African community, we don't speak on it. After me going through doctors and everything, after everything finally blew up, I was dealing with this way in high school. And it kept getting pushed on the rug because it's something that is not okay. You know, you're fine, get up and keep moving. So, and I come from a family where, of course, since we're athletes, you're built to be strong, period. But everybody still has a weak part of them. So making sure that my girls are on their P's and Q's all the time is imperative to me. Because not only do I need to make sure that they're perfect off the court, it makes them better on the court. So.
Yes. Yeah.
I think how do you I think one thing that people that have never maybe played sports, especially in an organized fashion, they don't necessarily understand the bonds that you can form. And because I remember even being young, that's why I like for children to play team sports. Not necessarily, you know, you don't have to be LeBron James, but like it just teaches you how to work with other people. It teaches you
some
community.
other life skills.
And one of the things I seen in college was that's why I'm so excited about this league, even from a mental standpoint, because I've seen so many college athletes go on. Maybe they didn't go to the NBA or the WNBA, and they feel like they don't have any options. And like then, not only are you losing that sport in a sense, but you're losing that family, you know, of being on a team. So it's pretty cool. Like once again, because I know, like even going to the gym and just hopping in the pickup game, that helps me mentally. So I can just imagine if you love basketball or you love, you know, what you were playing, how like as you get older, you have to find ways to still play it or find, you know, leagues to try to get that same feeling. So you know, from a mental aspect, I definitely see how that can help to just be able to be around other women that, you know, love basketball just as much as you, and you know, y'all compete, and you know. It's just from a mental aspect, like, you know, that's definitely a good thing. So
it does. It really helps a lot. So and like you're right, when you build a family or when you're playing sports, it's teaching you how to. It's not all about you. And that's the good thing. Like when my philosophy was my kids played everything until they figured out what they wanted to do. And it was only one, it was because you don't know what you want to do, so I'm not going to shelter you until you see everything. But the other reason is because, again, you can't get everything from home. You honestly can't. So I needed to put them out there to learn how to be social, how to deal with different conflicts that you don't deal with at home. And just to build that whole, learn how to be a family, and also just how to be a better person. So.
Sure, that's what's up.
So do you guys have, so at the end of the season, how do we find out who the champion is? How does that work? Does it set up like the best of 7 games, like the NBA, or how does that work?
So I do know it is the best of games. I don't remember how many. I want to say it's the best of 5 or 4.
Okay, good. So the last 2 at the end.
Yes.
Does it go by the record, the best record, or I don't even know?
You said you have a tournament season, right?
Yeah, we have a tournament season that starts that first weekend of October. And I think that it does kind of go based off of what our season wins are, and then it goes the best of into October. And then our final championship game, I know we play in Alabama.
So people in Alabama, keep your eye out too.
Yes.
Because that's where it's all going to be. Well, this is
Yeah.
going to be really, really, really amazing. I wish you guys the best.
Thank you.
Um, drop your information again so everybody knows how to get in touch.
So again, we're online everywhere at ATL Phoenix Ball, on all social media platforms, and then our website again is atlphoenixball.com as well.
I want to
So-
see the jerseys. Who designed you guys' jerseys?
Wilson actually designed our jerseys.
Nice.
So, and we don't actually have a picture yet. Wilson actually created partnerships with a lot of people, from us to the NFL, the NBA, and so forth. So they're behind on things. We should have ours before our first game, but it's going to be like right in crunch time. So unfortunately, we don't have an actual picture.
Oh, okay.
So-
Well, that's fine. We can wait and we can look at that later. Are
But
you-
yes, I definitely had to put some flavor on our uniforms. So,
You did?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
What's your colors?
Our colors are purple and gold.
Royalty.
Yes.
Lakers. Laker vibes.
Who's your favorite NBA team?
Ooh. Probably the Orlando Magics.
Really?
Yeah, only because I've just been rocking with them for years. So like I'm a creature of habit. I just don't change. So I probably shouldn't say that because I am an ATLian, but yeah.
Yeah.
No,
they
I think
you are.
it's funny to hear like that because like once again everybody remembers when the Magic were good.
Yeah.
So like it kind of tells you what kind of era people are from. Like on the low, I was like, I know why you like the Magic because like
Yeah,
nobody just say they like the Magic unless they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm
Unless they
from
know.
that era. So
Cause I still got my Orlando Magic starter jacket. I wasn't even no fan,
Yes.
but like they were just the
That
color.
was just a nice jacket.
Yeah, it was
yeah, they
tight.
had style. They had
Is
that when
everything.
Shaq was
so-
on the
Yeah,
team?
Shaq, Penny
Yeah.
Hardaway, all
Yes.
them.
Penny.
Yeah.
So are you guys still looking for sponsorship? If someone wants to sponsor,
Yes, definitely. Yes, we're definitely looking for sponsorships. We are still taking donations for our backpack giveaway.
Okay.
So, yeah.
so if we wanted to get involved with that, do we still reach just the same on the website?
Yes. You
Okay.
can actually reach out to me directly, or you can reach out to Latoya. Latoya is mainly over our sponsorships and the donations, but I also help with that as well.
Okay. Yeah, we had to get y'all information, maybe make some link ups,
Yeah.
I appreciate
Try
that.
to make some
I can't
stuff
wait to see
happen.
y'all at the game.
Hey, I told her, I'm coming with bells on. I'm a rep for the whole crew. I'm gonna be there.
Exactly.
Lord willing.
Jay Black, did you have any other questions?
Nah, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I might be with Dom. That's my birthday weekend, so
Oh,
it'll
it's
do
your
something.
birthday
Oh,
weekend?
okay, so you turning
CJ
up.
Black, turn up.
Come out there and see what's going on. So.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, we will keep that in mind, and we will look on the website for the Atlanta Phoenix. And you guys,
Yes.
make sure you come out to the games.
Yes.
In closing, I wish you guys the best of luck. Make sure you
Thank
come
you.
back and
I will.
bring some of the players, and so we can
Yes.
talk to them about their experiences playing and try to encourage some young women
Yes.
to get involved, because I see young women now more than ever. We're starting to see how they're like dominating the Olympics, and it's good to just know for women there are other options out here. You don't get
Exactly.
discouraged if you think, oh, I'm probably won't make it into the WNBA. Because when I was growing up, I played basketball,
Right.
and we didn't even have that as an option.
Nope,
There was
not
no
at
These
all.
WNBA.
Not
you
at all.
you can be the spelling bee champ, or you can, you know what I'm saying,
Exactly.
be WNBA champ, or
Whatever you
you
want.
know,
Buy
WABA,
buy the whole
yeah.
damn team like Kymberlee
Yeah,
did.
right, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
like,
it's
women,
like, do
women
it
out here
either.
just bossing up, like, you know,
Yeah.
so it's cool to see, like, women, like, GMs and, like, see women just, like, out here doing it. Like, I'm excited to
Yes,
Yeah.
support
Once
this
again.
sister and her team. Atlanta, turn up. There are so many teams in Atlanta. It's not just about the Hawks and the Falcons and the Braves, okay?
Nope.
We have a whole other group of leagues down here locally.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Get involved in that, and we look for the whole sport to just. I think that NCAA ruling is going to change a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
when you're in college, you don't necessarily have to go directly to those leagues just for the money, when you
Yeah.
could have possibly made enough money while you were in college to do what the hell you
Exactly.
want to do, and
Yep.
bring up something like this. You know,
It's a way
Yeah.
to legitimize, like, leagues. I'm just thinking, like, even from, you know, I'm a dreamer, so I'm thinking about,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
if,
all the
if I'm
all the
a
opportunities.
kid, like, if you're the top player coming out of, you know, going into college, and just think if you decide to go play for this league instead of like you know what I'm saying, the NCAA, but that's possible. And like now you'll like if this league can offer a sponsorship or just like it
An
could be just
opportunity.
somebody that wants to just support like you know what I'm saying, women, and like
Yeah.
I'm gonna go play for this league, and it just brings so many different eyes. Like that's what I'm saying, exciting me because the possibilities are endless. With
Endless.
It is.
with
It
this
really is.
new rule.
Yeah.
So we shall see.
We'll see. Thank you, Kymberlee, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Make sure you guys check out our sponsor, So Mississippi Candles, online. Check them out. And also Just Us Collection. Thank you for the t-shirts that you sent us. Thank you for your sponsorship. And anyone else that wants, just reach out to us, connectingthedots@gmail.com. Connectingthedotsatl@gmail.com. And also follow us on Instagram at CTD_ATL. And we will see you guys next time. Peace.